Imagine standing on a mountain ridge where the air is so thin you can feel your heart hammering against your ribs. Everything around you is a jagged, silent world of rock and ice, coloured in shades of rust, grey and blinding white. You're looking for something that doesn't want to be found. They call it the ghost of the mountains. Suddenly, a patch of grey rock shifts and you realise you've been staring right at a snow leopard for 10 minutes without knowing it. This isn't just a park. It's a high-altitude fortress of nature where the rules of the modern world simply don't apply. This is Hemis National Park, a place so remote and so wild that it feels like another planet entirely. Hemis National Park isn't your typical forest with lush green trees and chirping birds. It is a massive high-altitude wilderness located in the eastern part of Ladakh in the northernmost tip of India. Spanning over 400 square kilometres, it holds the title of the largest national park in South Asia. But size isn't its only claim to fame. This place is globally recognised as the snow leopard capital of the world. While these cats are incredibly rare everywhere else on Earth, Hemis has the highest density of them anywhere. It is nestled within the Zanskar range of the Himalayas, bounded to the north by the Indus River. It's a place of extremes, where the geography is as dramatic as the wildlife that calls it home. To understand Hemis, you have to understand the cold desert ecosystem. Unlike the Sahara or the Thar, this desert is freezing. Because the mighty Himalayas block the monsoon clouds from reaching this far north, the park receives almost no rain. Instead, it gets heavy snowfall. The altitudes here are dizzying, ranging from 300 meters at the lowest points to over 6,000 meters at the highest peaks. At these heights, the oxygen level is about half of what it is at sea level. This environment creates a landscape that looks like a moonscape, vast, open and rugged. One of the most mind-blowing facts about Hemis is that there are no motorable roads inside the park boundaries. Think about that for a second. In a world where we can drive almost anywhere, a 4x400 square kilometre area exists where your only options are your own 2 feet or a sturdy Himalayan pony. This makes it a pure trekker's paradise. You won't hear the sound of car engines or horns here. You'll only hear the whistling wind and the occasional cry of a golden eagle. It's a place where the 21st century hasn't quite arrived, and that's exactly why it's so special. The star of the show is, without a doubt, the snow leopard. These cats are the ultimate masters of camouflage. Their fur is a mix of smoky grey and yellow-tinged white, covered in black rosettes that mimic the shadows and stones of the Himalayan cliffs. They are built for the cold, with thick tails they wrap around themselves like a scarf when they sleep and wide paws that act like natural snowshoes. Watching one move across a vertical cliff is like watching liquid silk pour over rocks. They don't just live here, they own this terrain. But the snow leopard isn't the only predator roaming these heights. Hemis is also home to the Himalayan wolf. These aren't your average grey wolves. Recent genetic studies suggest they belong to an ancient lineage that is distinct from other wolves. They are incredibly hardy, surviving in packs across the desolate valleys. Then there are the prey species that keep these predators alive. You'll often see the baral, or a blue sheep. They aren't actually blue, but their slate grey coats have a bluish tint that helps them disappear against the shale slopes. They are incredible climbers, often jumping between ledges that look impossible to stand on. If you look even higher, you might spot the agali, the largest wild sheep in the world. They have massive curling horns that make them look like something out of a legend. And then there's the shapu, also known as the Ladakhi urial. These are endangered wild sheep found specifically in this region. The bird life is equally impressive. The golden eagle is the king of the skies here, with a wingspan that can reach over 7 feet. You'll also see the lammergeier, or bearded vulture, which is famous for dropping bones from great heights to crack them open and eat the marrow inside. Survival here is a masterpiece of evolution. Every animal has adapted to temperatures that can drop to 30 degrees Celsius and air that is painfully thin. Now, as much as this sounds like a dream, there's a massive challenge every visitor faces: the altitude. You can't just fly into the nearby town of Leh and start hiking the next day. If you try, your body will likely rebel. High-altitude cerebral edema or pulmonary edema are real risks, Your blood literally struggles to carry enough oxygen to your brain and lungs. This is the biggest hurdle for anyone wanting to see the ghost. You have to respect the mountain, or the mountain will break you. Most travelers have to spend at least 3 full days doing absolutely nothing but drinking water and resting in Leh just to let their bodies adjust to the elevation. It's a forced slowdown in a fast-paced world. Once you are acclimatized, the park opens up its treasures. The most famous spiritual landmark is the Hemis monastery. Built in the 17th century, it is the largest and wealthiest Buddhist monastery in Ladakh. It sits hidden in a side valley, looking like a giant white fortress against the brown mountains. Inside, it's filled with ancient statues made of gold and silver and massive thankas, which are traditional Tibetan silk paintings. The energy there is heavy with history and incense. If you're there for the wildlife, you head straight to the Rumbak Valley. This specific area is known as the snow leopard hotspot. Most of those incredible wildlife documentaries you've seen on TV were filmed right here. Local guides, who have eyes like hawks, can spot a leopard from miles away. For those who love a challenge, the Marka Valley Trek is the way to go. It's one of the most popular treks in India, taking you through the heart of the park, across high passes like Gandala, which sits at about 4,900,000 meters. From the top of Gandala, you get a 360-degree view of the Zanskar and Himalayan ranges that will quite literally take what little breath you have left. As you trek, you'll pass through tiny villages like Skiu and Kaya. There are no hotels here. Instead, you stay in homestays with local Ladakhi families. You'll sit in their kitchens, drink butter tea, eat hot momos, and sleep in rooms warmed by traditional wood stoves. It's an authentic exchange that supports the local economy and gives you a glimpse into a way of life that has remained unchanged for centuries. Along the trails, you'll also see chortans or stupas. These are white stone structures that represent the mind of the Buddha. They are often surrounded by prayer flags that send blessings into the wind with every flutter. The culture of Hemis is deeply rooted in the Drukpa lineage of Himalayan Buddhism. To the people living here, the land isn't just a resource, it's sacred. Every year, the park comes alive during the Hemis festival, held in the monastery's courtyard. Monks wear colourful silk robes and giant, terrifying masks to perform the Cham dance. This dance represents the victory of good over evil and commemorates Guru Padmasambhava, the 8th century saint who brought Buddhism to the Himalayas. One of the most beautiful things about Hemis is the relationship between the people and the wildlife. In the past, snow leopards were often seen as a threat because they would occasionally kill a village's sheep or goat. However, there has been a massive shift. The local people now view the snow leopard as a sacred protector of the mountains. Many villagers have moved away from hunting and instead work as conservationists and guides. They realized that a living snow leopard is worth much more than a dead one, both spiritually and economically. This harmony between humans and one of the world's most elusive predators is a lesson in conservation for the rest of the planet. So, how do you actually get to this remote corner of the Earth? It's a journey that usually starts with a flight to New Delhi. From there, you take a domestic flight to Leh. This flight is legendary. You fly directly over the main Himalayan range, looking down at peaks that seem close enough to touch. The airport in Leh, the Kushok Bakula Rinpoche Airport, is one of the highest commercial airports in the world. If you're feeling adventurous and visiting during the summer months between June and September, you can reach Leh by road. You have 2 choices, the Manali-Leh Highway or the Srinagar-Leh Highway. Both are epic road trips that cross some of the highest drivable passes on the planet. However, be prepared for rough roads, river crossings, and long hours in a vehicle. Once you reach Leh, you'll need to secure an inner line permit. This is a mandatory document for both Indian and foreign tourists to enter protected areas like Hemis. You can usually get this through a local travel agent in Leh within a day. Hemis National Park is not a vacation destination, it's an expedition. It demands your respect, your patience, and your physical endurance. But what it gives back is life-changing. Whether it's the sight of a snow leopard's golden eyes, the sound of monks chanting in an ancient monastery, or the feeling of standing on a mountain pass with the world at your feet, Hemis stays with you. It reminds us that there are still places on Earth that remain wild, untamed, and deeply spiritual. Before you go, remember the golden rule: acclimatize. Don't rush. Drink plenty of water, keep your activity low for the first few days, and listen to your body. The mountains aren't going anywhere. If you want to protect this incredible ecosystem, make sure to travel responsibly. Carry out your trash, respect the local customs, and support the homestays that keep the community thriving. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the wild heart of the Himalayas, subscribe to our channel, The Tiny Vlogs, for more hidden gems on Earth.